with the ball underneath your right foot. So you're going to place it into the arch line of the foot there, and you're going to let the toes hang over. So it's more towards the big toe line. So we're going to hold that position, and then all you're going to do from here, you can keep your other foot aligned, or you can take it back slightly if you prefer, is take a little press into the ball and a little release off of it. So we're breathing in as you press and breathe out as you release. So just a baby press. Now watch the weight isn't shifting out to your right. Try and keep the weight central through the pelvis, the knees and the ankles. So we're going to do the 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're just going to move the ball along. So now it will be in the centre. So rather than underneath the big toe line, more central. And we're going to do the same. So your heel can stay down. So we're going to breathe in, press, breathe out, release. So let the toes lengthen. And again, keep a substantial amount of weight in this side. So you don't drift out with the pelvis, the knee or the ankle. You maintain that alignment. So 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to move the ball across once more. So predominantly little and second to last toe, that region, and you're pressing down again. So just taking that ball along 3 places there. And you might find it feels different as you work towards the outer edge of your foot, and everyone will be different. And 3 more. And then we're going to release it here. And then you're just going to take the ball now back to the central line. I'll just go side on to show you. So it's just going to sit into the pocket now. It's not directly on the heel because you've got that fatty padding on your heel that covers your heel bone, so it protects that calcaneus. You don't want that to degenerate any more than it does over time anyway. So that's that shock absorber, if you like. So from there, keeping the toes, I'll just do this. You can move your foot so you can balance, but just so you can see. So you're going to press, release. So you're pressing down, release. So from here, just a little press, release. So it just sits into the pocket, back slightly, as you go. So we're going to do the 4. This leg can be straight, or you can have a slight bend, whatever works for you. 3, so it's right in the central line there. 2, 1. And then from here, you're going to roll the ball. So the ball will move back, and it's going to go right in the middle of your foot. So you can have your toes off the floor and your heel, and then you're just going to press down, release. Again, this leg can be straight or it can be bent, and vice versa with this side. If you find you're aching a little bit into this glute line or the hips, just bend the knee slightly. So do another 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. Okay, just come off that ball. And now we're going to change, so you're going to go along what I call the paw pads of the toes. So you're going to start with that ball again underneath the big toe line, and we're just going to roll the ball right to left. So you're going to go across. So into those grooves. So those grooves, if you like, can get a little bit stuck together, especially as we place our feet into shoes on a daily basis or trainers, well, whatever it is on that footwear. The feet don't move always how they were designed to be made to move. So we're going to do another 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then just release there and come off. Okay, now have a stand back into a neutral position. So just tap the pelvis to knee, ankle to foot line, and notice if you feel a difference on one side. So you might feel lighter, you might feel heavier on one side, you might feel more grounded. And then from that position, all you're going to do, go side on, be careful again if you haven't done much movement this morning. It's not a full roll down, I just want you to hang. So as if from the waistline, just hang, and you might notice that one side or one arm looks slightly longer than the other. So obviously we've all got slightly different limb lengths, but having done that release or that rolling work, you start to lengthen out the fascial lines. So we'll talk a bit more about that as we change sides or feet. So this time you're going to go back to underneath the big toe line, and we're going to do a little pressing action. So let the toes lengthen over. So we're going to press, release. So it's a little rock back and forth. Again, you can do this with the feet in this position, or you can take one back if that is better for you. So whatever works. So press and release. So this is excellent if you are on your feet all day. If you've got back niggles or back aches, releasing through the feet because they're connected to the spine, that can help. If you do a lot of running, often when we're getting niggles with our knees, with our hips, it could be coming from further down. Sometimes the foot and the ankle joint not working as it should can create problems further up in the body. And that's doing another 3, 2, 1. And then you're just going to move it along one. So now you're in line with the middle toe. Lengthen the rest of the toes over so you're not scrunching. 3, press. And again, how does this start to feel compared to your opposite side? So the heel staying down here is a little press and a release. And we'll do 2 more. And then you're going to take it to the little toe line. So re-square, realign. If you want to step back, that's perfectly fine. Step it back. And we're going to do another 4 there. And release. And then we're going to bring it. So you're going to go to pocket. So if you roll forward, the toes are going to stay down here and you're going to press. So this can be on a bent leg, but remember you're not on your heel. So from that position, reset, recenter, and then a little press. So this leg can be straight or you can have a slight bend, and if you need to bend the other side, that's fine. So press, release. So yeah, that fascia, imagine like a cling film substance covering the whole body, so your foot's connected to the spine, the arms connected to the legs, etc. And if you imagine everything is wrapped in this, so the bones, the muscles, the organs, every muscle cell. And this is why, you know, when we move, we actually want to consider the body as a whole, rather than in separate pieces, because it all is interlinked and almost in that chain-like system. And release, and then take it to the middle of your foot. Lengthen the toes, so your heel and toes and the ball of the foot are off the floor here. Now we're going to press and release, so just doing this with movement. 3. How does that feel? And we're going to do another 5. 4, press, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Now you're going to go back over the balls of the feet underneath here, and we're just going to start to move right to left. So we'll just start off basic today, and what I would say, if you can implement some sort of routine like this, obviously I've been talking and explaining as I'm going through it, but you know, 2.5 minutes underneath each foot, first thing in the morning when you get out of bed, just to release through the entire structure, because this is why we tend to, in the morning, the body can feel tighter or stiffer, because that fascia should, if you like, be almost floating, and it gets overnight, it gets stuck down. So you just need to bring that back so we can move everywhere freely. Okay, release. And then you're going to come back and do that little hang. So you're just going to hang, and notice, is it more even? So just notice at the side. So mine has started to level up now. I know I've got one shoulder that's slightly dropped compared to the other anyway, so there's always going to be a slight, as I said, discrepancy there. A few inches are going to be out anyway, but hopefully there or thereabouts, you should be relatively level with that now. So from here, last thing that we're going to do, and we're going to come back to this tomorrow, is bring your feet into that hip width position. And then all I would like you to do is peel your foot off the floor. So you're going to breathe in, peel, and imagine your heel is going to touch the wall behind you. And then as you breathe out, lower your foot, so you're opening the hip. So as you do that, I'll exaggerate this, you want your glutes, so the bottom and the hamstrings, the back of the thigh, to be engaged. So do 3 more on that side. So we're going to breathe in, and notice, have a little glance down on this one, where your foot is going. So is it going out to the side, is it turning in, and then press down. 2 more, breathing in. So just the foot go out, and is that making your knee go out, and then is that happening something with the hip line? 1 more. And then we're going to change. So we're going to breathe in, pull back to the wall, and breathe out lower. So the hip is opening. Last 3. Hold, just glance down on the second rep, see where the foot's going. Obviously I wouldn't always encourage you to look down, but just on that one so you can see, because sometimes you need to see it to actually identify what's happening, because what you think you're feeling isn't always the case. 1 more. So this is staying level, and just notice if the feet are moving differently. So we'll come back to this